Hi everyone, this is Barton Rubenstein, co-founder of the Mother Earth Project and also the Parachutes for the Planet, which is a project that our family started 5 years ago in 2015. Behind me I have a parachute from India, and the one above it on the wall is from Arizona, a beautiful depiction of Mother Earth. So today we're going to talk about climate resilience and what that means. I think to start with, before you can even talk about how to deal with the climate and issues related to flooding and hurricanes and wildfires, we first have to have some type of awareness. The awareness campaign has been going on for a number of years, but we still have a long way to go because people in general don't really have a full understanding how the climate emergency is impacting themselves and their families. Many people are aware of the fact that there could be a climate change going on, but most people don't feel that it actually has anything to do with them. And some people are actually climate deniers as well. So having a social awareness campaign about the climate emergency, you have to basically have a conversation with people that allows them to understand that they actually have a personal stake in this topic, that it's actually going to affect their families directly, whether it's more hurricanes, more flooding, air pollution that causes different types of cancer, or water scarcity issues where they can't get water, or the water that they get is tainted with chemicals. There's a lot of issues now. And once people understand that whether you have different or shared values, that everyone has a family and wants to take care of their next of kin, that everyone has something at stake. So that's our biggest push right now, and our project, Parachutes to the Planet, acts to activate communities to have more awareness of their environment and also take sustainable actions, both locally and also speak with their politicians to enact and demand better climate laws. So to have resilience, you have to be strong, you have to find a way to maintain your quality of life, but at the same time you have to make some very large changes, changes that seem almost unbearable, but the more you think about it, the more you do it, the more it's easier to do. Like, for instance, I grew up eating meat, loved hamburgers and ribs, and now I'm a vegan. It took about 2 or 3 years. I was inspired by my daughter, who's also a co-founder of the project. But I made the change, and I also was inspired by others. Like I'm a tennis player, so Novak Djokovic, who's #1 in the world, is a vegan. So I figured if he could do it, then why couldn't I do it as an athlete myself? We need to inspire each other. And I'll just use an example that our neighbor in Washington, D.C. has some of the strongest climate legislation in the United States. And now our state of Maryland, which is where I live, is starting to follow suit and do similar types of legislation. It's sort of like a domino effect. We see that someone else can do it. Well, why can't we do it? And maybe we can do it even better. And so sharing information, sharing the science, sharing the different ways that we are solving the problem of having a more sustainable future is what's going to accelerate this process. We really need to accelerate it, and very quickly. So resilience, climate resilience, is about climate awareness and also finding ways to live more sustainably, both in our homes, in our communities, and also in our own countries, and as well sharing that information with each other. So it's multi-pronged, and I really do have a lot of hope now. I see a lot of positive change in the world, and it will hopefully continue to accelerate into the future for a more sustainable future that maintains the quality of life that we all deserve. Best wishes.